Hey everybody, it's me, Bryson Booker, and it's time for another BBTV movie review just for you and you and you and you and you and all of you out there who actually know about aliens and alien conspiracies. Because I think there's some aliens around here in Joliet, Illinois. You know, aliens as far as probably politics and politicians because they don't know what they're doing and they just want to take over the world and get all the money in the world. So those are the type of aliens I'm dealing with. And maybe Mulder and Scully could help me fight those aliens. I don't know. They are FBI agents. And, that sort of thing. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. Somebody can help me. Doggone alien politicians. But anyway, it's not about politicians, sadly. I know, it's depressing. It's about X-Files, the movie. The first X-Files movie, based on a TV series, released in 1998 by 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. And obviously, it looks a little different, this tape, because it is the special edition widescreen version of the film. I think this was released the same year, or probably 2 years later. I think this is a re-release. So it was probably released in around 99. Oh no, it was actually released. This is a re-release, I was correct. I think around 99 or 2000. But anyway, this is the widescreen edition, which also features some other extras before the film. And I'll just go ahead and spoil it for you. The extras that are included on the special edition widescreen is you get 2 theatrical trailers that were made to promote the film, as well as an interview with Chris Carter and the actors David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson, discussing the film, their favorite scenes to shoot, the most challenging scenes to shoot, which to me, I guess to them it was challenging, but it's like I looked at it, it's like, I guess it was challenging. But anyway, they discuss their highlights, their favorite parts, and their not so favorite parts of making the movie. And I would upload this as a VHS opening, but last time I uploaded something with the X-Files in it that had an interview with Chris Carter, Fox shut it down completely. Because when it comes to copyright and when it comes to the content, Fox does not play. Even though they don't respect shows like this on the air anymore, they still have slight respect for it because they will not let you upload anything that's related to it on YouTube. So, this includes VHS openings, and so I'm not going to take that chance. I'm not going to upload the opening to this, but it's probably leaked on YouTube somewhere, and Fox may kill me just for saying that. Fox may kill me just for telling you that, because it may be leaked on YouTube somewhere. So yeah, do some searching. You can do your own X-Files to find the extras on this VHS tape. But anyway, this movie, my VHS also came with something else cool. It came with this collectible card. You can't hardly see it, but it's like kind of like a holographic. Not much, but it's basically showing, I think, David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson in green right there. It's really hard to see. And then it has a quote from the movie right there. I'll let you read that. Now, hopefully Fox won't kill me because I let you read the quote from the movie and didn't show you the scene from the movie. Fox is really picky about their copyrights, I'm telling you. But basically, I'm going to give you a summary of the movie and then let you go free. So you can discover, like I said, your own X-File on the special features of this film. The film basically talks about, and I got my IMDb here pulled up here, so I'm not going to miss something. So basically, Mulder and Scully basically solve an X-File, but it's an unusual X-File because this X-File basically is surrounded by a government conspiracy that basically tries to promote aliens and them basically taking over the world. In layman's terms, that's as simple as I can put it. And I can even put it even simpler by telling you it's an X-Files episode extended for 2 hours. That's it. Can I leave now? Great. Goodbye. All right, I'll stay. I'll just tell you the rest. But yeah, I mean, that's really how you can view this movie. An X-Files episode extended for 2 hours. With more depth, with more detail, with more character development, slightly. And with explosions and other special CGI effects. That's basically it. But with that being said, it doesn't abuse any of that. Even though it kind of does feel like an X-Files episode, at that time, this show, I think the show was in like its 4th or 5th or 6th season at this time in 1998. It was still running, obviously. And in fact, after this movie, they kind of continued where this movie left off, if I'm not mistaken. Some of the events that transpire in the movie will affect the rest of the series until it ended in 2002, at least its original run. But I do love the theatrical effects. This movie has a lot of special effect material. Obviously, like I said before, CGI effects used for the explosions, obviously. Some environments are CGI, but as I stated, in many of my movie reviews that feature CGI elements, they're elements. That's it. CGI elements. The CGI doesn't make the whole film. Like half of the films that come out in this era nowadays, back in the day, it was a luxury to use CGI. And so obviously it was used as that, and it wasn't used to, make the movie super duper exciting, because that's what the story was for. The story was meant to bring you in. The story was meant to hook your brain on what was happening. It's not the effects, it's not the sound, it's not even the explosions, even though the explosions are cool. But it's not any of that. It's the story that is the main driver of this movie, and the sound, the effects, the explosions, and the dialogue aid that big story. And that's the definite main way I can describe it. It doesn't do too much, but it doesn't do too little. It's kind of in the middle, And that's kind of the reason why I got mixed reviews, because some people said, yeah, it's just an X-Files episode with special effects. And yes, I can agree, but I mean, it does kind of feel like that, but the story is much more in-depth. You get to basically discover the characters more and their personalities more than you would have in like a 45-minute episode of the original show, or an episode of the show. And obviously, with stuff like this, especially what the X-Files is doing, sometimes that extra story development and character development is needed to really engage you in what's going on. And so, that's what this movie does, and it does it well. I was pretty hooked the whole way through. I was kind of multitasking during some of it, because I was trying to get something else done. But, it kept me engaged, and every time there was an explosion, I definitely made sure to look up, because it's like, oh, something big just happened, there was an explosion. And then it's like, oh yeah, that relates to the story. It all draws back to the story, and the explosions just weren't put in there to be put in there, like Michael Bay films that you see nowadays. It was used to aid the film. And I think this film does a great job. This film was followed by a sequel. I know, pitiful, but I think the sequel was just as good as this. I think, don't take my word on that. But there was a sequel that was released 10 years later, at least from 1998, in 2008, called X-Files, I Want to Believe. And I believe the creator, all the original crew came back and did that movie, just like they did this one, just a lot better. And I think, well, I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a while. But that was the sequel that spawned from this original film. So whether you like the X-Files, whether you have no idea who they are until this video, oh, you millennial yous, you probably didn't know who the X-Files was until this video. But that's okay. If you're a millennial and you want to know something about aliens, or, you want to get engaged in an engaging story that will keep you hooked the whole way through, X-Files the movie is definitely that thrill-seeking ride that you've been waiting for your whole science fiction-driven life. So check it out for yourself. Released in 1998 by 20th Century Fox. Collect the special edition, widescreen edition, or watch it online. Your call, your choice, but it's a great movie either way. Check it out.